So the box office is down 10%. The box office is down 10%. Nobody's going to the movie theaters anymore for any damn reason. When I take a look at the box office and I compare it to the rhetoric of Snow White, The Death of a Unicorn, it only made $5.6 million. That's it. Just $5.6 million. Paul Rudd, you're out. That's a flop. Paul Rudd's career is done. See you later, Paul Rudd. Death of a Unicorn. Oh, how woke is this? Unicorns. What, we're supposed to believe in magical fairy tales? This is real goddamn life. Paul fucking Rudd. Riff Raff. I don't even see how much money Riff Raff has made. So that's Bill Murray. Paul Rudd's career is dead. Bill Murray's career is dead. They didn't make a damn dime off of Riff Raff. Riff Raff. Tell me what theaters it's even at. No other land made more money than Riff Raff. The Woman in the Yard, $9.5 million. This is amazing to me. The Woman in the Yard made $9.5 million. That's just as much as The Chosen. The Chosen, Season 5, $11.5 million. Because they're not woke. Well, actually, they're making a very realistic version of Jesus, which has never been done before, so actually that is modern. But compare The Chosen, compare The Woman in the Yard to Death of a Unicorn, Riff Raff, there's no comparison. Working Man made $15 million. Snow White made $14 million. So that means Snow White has only made $67 million. That's a flop. If you go into business and you say, hey, I'm going to go to make money, I'm going to try to make some profits, and you make $67 million, you fucking lost. That's it. You might as well just get out of the goddamn business. $67 million. Jesus Christ. Now, Looney Tunes, they've been out for 3 weeks. They made a total of $8 million. So goodbye to Looney Tunes. Goodbye to Bill Murray. Goodbye to Paul Rudd. Goodbye to Looney Tunes. Now, Dog Man has made $97 million. Dog Man has made $97 million. The movie Locked, this is like Riff Raff. Where is Locked even being shown at? Where is Riff Raff even being shown at? When it comes to star, Anthony Hopkins, he's got no star power. Nobody's going out to go see Anthony Hopkins. Bill Murray, who gives a shit what the hell Bill Murray? Fucking Paul Rudd, who cares what Bill Murray, Paul Rudd, Anthony Hopkins? Alto Nights is Robert De Niro in the last 2 weeks. Alto Nights made $5.5 million. Floppity flop flop flop. Holy shit. Overall, the box office has been down 11%. Now, when I think about just movies in general, last year they said that the top 3 movies was Dune 2, Godzilla vs. King Kong, and Kung Fu Panda 4. I haven't seen any of these fucking blockbuster hits. Dune 2, Godzilla v. Kong, Kung Fu Panda 4. When you live in rural America, there's no fucking theaters. There's no fucking theaters to go to. So when people are sitting there calling for, Bill Murray's head, what did Bill Murray ever do to you? Death of a Unicorn. This woke nonsense. Riff Raff. Oh, another gangster film. Fucking Riff Raff. The Woman in the Yard. Now that's a film that I'm going to go out and see. Looney Tunes. Who the hell does Looney Tunes think that they are? Looney Tunes is no Death of a Unicorn. Dog Man. So Robert De Niro, Anthony Hopkins, Bill Murray, Paul Rudd, Looney Tunes. They're out. They're out. When I think about just how movies get to me, I watch free YouTube videos. You put it on YouTube and you make it free, I'm going to watch it. I also watch movies on DVD. And then that's it. I don't get into the Blu-ray disc, which maybe I should. I don't fucking know. Don't do any of the streaming services, Netflix or Apple TV. There's been a couple things on Apple TV that I want to watch. So I won't watch the damn movie until fucking 20 years later. Bill Murray just said that he started watching South Park. He just started watching South Park. I just saw the movie John Cusack Say Anything. It come out like 1980s. And I'm sitting there typing on, on social media, man, John Cusack, the way that you showed your vulnerability, Say Anything was amazing. It's like, I did that 30 years ago. I know, but I just fucking saw it, so that experience is new to me. And I thought it was uno primo, dolce, Guantanamo. I don't know what I'm saying. Wagons East. I just saw a couple movies, Bonnie Bears, Booney Bears, and Wagons East. Wagons East had John Candy and then that King Richard. I don't know, the guy with the hair. You know what I'm talking about. Robin Hood, the fucking king. Wagons East was a good movie. And Booney Bears. Booney Bears, I've seen 3 movies. The Big Shrink, which was about a father-son relationship. Mystical Winter, which was just beautiful movie. I ended up crying, just like in Blast into the Past. I started crying in that one too. So 2 Booney Bears got me to cry. Blast into the Past, Mystical Winter, The Big Shrink, and then I watched Wagons East. And I've been watching some old-time Addams Family too. And I saw Harriet, and I saw Emmett Till. Harriet Tubman and Emmett Till. So YouTube movies for free, DVDs, no Blu-ray disc, no streaming services. So when it comes to these blockbusters, when it comes to Snow White, only making $67 million, a paltry $67 million. What a flop! You went out and you tried to sell something and you only made $67 million. Get the hell out of here. This is only the second week. This is only the second week that Snow White has been out. And even if I never go see Snow White, I was interested in Disney just putting out all these remakes. And really, Disney does need to start making new stuff. Because Booney Bears, the animation is super simple, and they just keep having brand new stories. There was that Star Wars, computer animation. There was some old Star Wars series that I watched a bunch of. Ezra Bigger. My point being, Disney needs to come up with new material. They need to come up with new stuff. And when you come up with new stuff, who knows if people are going to watch it? If you have a fucking dynasty, if you have a franchise, and you keep churning out, awesome hits, but with Disney, they're just like repackaging a bunch of old shit and then putting it out there. Just that concept, I don't know yet. I wasn't impressed with Lion King, but I'm going to check out Aladdin, and I'm also going to check out Cinderella and Dumbo, and I want to watch all these movies, actually, because Rachel Zegler is incredible. She says, Trump supporters can suck her fucking dick, and then she says free Palestine. So she's against genocide, and she's against fascism. And so, that brings me to my last point. When people talk about shit being woke, so you guys are going to stay in a slumber, you're going to stay asleep, you fascist fucks, you don't want to be roused, awakened, you want to stay in your black hole coma slumber, maintain your black hole coma, just stay asleep, you fucking pricks. Maybe if these fascist fucks stay asleep, then they won't do the damage that a fascist could fucking do if they were awake. So Donald having this big old mandate, 77 million votes to 75 million votes, that's not the greatest mandate in the world. And really all the Democrats have to do is just put somebody that's likable, right? Instead of saying, hey, do you want this piece of shit? Do you want this nobody? Do you want this racist fat piece of shit, or do you want this absolute nobody? What if they said, do you want a racist, fascist piece of shit, or this somebody who's kind of neat and interesting and cool? Rachel Zegler 3 for office, but people could run. Fucking Brianna Joy Gray. Anybody over 35 years of age, all these people, John Candy could run. Watch out for John Candy. He's a rising star. Anthony Hopkins, Robert De Niro, Bill Murray, Paul Rudd. These motherfuckers are already big eyeball. People are watching them and they're not even saying damn thing. So if star who was acting politics, they used their star power. You know how much, politicians would fucking die to get the attention that these Hollywood fucking stars get. And what the fuck do? They just act. They just put on a pretty face, and then they pretend to be somebody else, and we give them millions of dollars. So there you go. There's a box office update. Box office is just down 11%, so nobody's watching movies these days for some reason. Because the movies fucking suck. I feel like you got to do Django Unchained. You got to do historical epics. The Chosen. You got to do things that history. You got to match history with as precise as you can. Or you got to just churn out brand new stuff. Maybe do some local stuff. Maybe encourage local folks to. Maybe have more theaters. Maybe have theaters out in rural communities so, more people could actually go to the fucking theaters. And then you have to compete with streaming services, So there's still people, steal that shit online, right? So how can you compete with that? The truth is you can't. You can't compete with that. Just like the FBI warning says, Watching movies, you hurt people when you watch wrong movies or something like that. Dogman, $95 million. Dogman, $97 million. It's only been the second week for Snow White. Snow White still has plenty more weeks to make their $170, $200 million, $500 billion, how much ever it cost. And I haven't yet seen Dune 2, Godzilla v. Kong, or Kung Fu Panda, and these are known as blockbusters. Blockbusters of last year. A whole new world. A brand new place I never knew. What's that word again? Street. Up where they walk. Up where they run. Up where they stay all day in the sun. Wandering free. Wish I could be a part of your